Primitivism. This is another one that I can rank because it's kind of a meme ideology. There you go. Primitivism is like a joke ideology. It almost always leads into fascism, rhetorically, very easily, mind you. Because at its core, the only thing it advocates is a rejection of modern social norms and technological progress, out of principle, rather than out of any sort of, like, legitimate critique. And when I say technological progress, this is not the same as Luddism. John Ludd was a socialist, and the Luddites were socialists. They advocated for the sort of the opposition to technological progress in production, because the only thing it effectively served to do is strip the workers of their rights and economic standing, what little they had. And sure enough, a lot of industrial advances have been used to do that. But primitivism has no such critique of technology to offer. Rather, it says that modern standards of living are fundamentally just like degeneracy. It may not use those exact words, but it very easily slides into fascism, because it's all about, you know, rejecting the current state of things and regressing back to an imagined rose-tinted past where we were all like, you know, return to monkey. Like, if you advocated return to monkey and tried to rationalize it as not a joke, it would be primitivism. So, in fact, on that note, I might even put it below radical feminism, because there were... While I have very many negative things to say about people who call themselves radical feminists, there were a lot of people who called themselves radical feminists that didn't necessarily keep going with that train. The second wave of feminists in the 60s and 70s, host to very many Marxist feminists who critiqued at the same time patriarchy and capitalism as two parts of the same structure, that capitalism effectively integrated itself into and benefits from a patriarchy existing, which is an argument I'm sympathetic to, because, you know, in a society where, like, there's the historical inertia of women being second-class citizens, of course businesses are going to want an excuse to pay women less money. That gets them more money on the back end, right? Like, if you can pay a woman less for the same job, why wouldn't you if you're a business? That gets you more profit. Nostalgia is, I swear, part of fascism. It is. Nostalgia is a sort of sense of mourning for a past that never existed. In fact, I think there is research to suggest that nostalgia and mourning and sadness, I guess, or like a fond sort of sadness, is mostly the kind of signal that is being activated, like, in your brain when you feel nostalgia. You know? And fascism, as a regressive ideology, is all about trying to find that nostalgic past that never really existed. And it also helps in this categorization that nostalgia is a very irrational feeling, very, you know, not grounded in reality. It's sort of, you know, you enter the fugue state, basically. Hello, Editing Y2K here. This is just one part of a multi-part series of me ranking all the ideologies that I know enough about to comment on. It took place over the course of 2 live streams earlier in the year, and the other parts will be all available on a playlist if you're interested. Please check it out, and thank you for watching.